Okay, let's see how this does. See if it's any better. And let's hope it's better. Let me know if I'm skipping or not, please. Because I just don't know if it's good or bad. I just don't know. No, I just don't know. No. Anyway. So what are you up to tonight, Denise? Anything special? I'm doing nothing special. Nothing I can get out of. Rosie either. She's just laying on the floor. I don't know if you can see her. She's just laying there. Doing nothing she can get out of. Because she's a lazy girl. Yeah. Oh, what you gonna love? She is something else. Rosie is. I am trying really hard to find where this is, where I can fix the latency, but I just can't, so. Oh well, I guess we'll just go with it and see what happens. Don't know what else to do. Don't know what else to do. So like I said, I did the pop-it video, and then I announced, and I hope you caught it, that we're doing the drawing tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're going to draw 2 names because I actually hit 77 subscribers today. So we're drawing for the 50 and we're drawing for the 75, and when I hit 100, we're actually doing a giveaway. Yee, giveaway, so excited. And so there's a double chance to win the tarot reading, so that's exciting. So 2 people are going to get a reading. 2, not just 1. 2. So that's exciting. I am happy. I love doing readings. I really do. They're fun. They're fun for me, and they're fun for the person getting them. And I love it when people walk away happy and they feel satisfied with their reading. It's so good. It's so good. I just did a reading yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And it came out so nice. It was such a good reading, and it was according to a gal I read, it was spot on, and it was really good outcome, so it made me feel good, and it made her feel good. So she had some big decisions to make, and it sounded like they were going to be good decisions, so it was very nice, very nice. So yeah, it was good stuff. Anyway, I am thinking tonight I'm just thinking about it, of maybe starting my herbs going in baggies. I'm having the hardest time with packing my stuff up. It's killing. Like my altar, I put everything in my little box that I'm really going to need, and the rest of it should be packed, but I haven't gotten around to packing it. I'm so bad. I'm just having a really hard time doing that because I don't know why, because I don't want to put my stuff away. I want my stuff with me. I think Jen is going through the same thing. She said she's just really having a hard time with that, and so am I. It's just scary to have your stuff away from you. And it's not that I guess it is. I was going to say it's not that I'm stuff oriented, but I guess it's kind of like I am. I just want my things, and I can't imagine not having my herbs and not being able to just do an herbal spell if I want to, or um, I don't know. I'm really anxious about it, and so I have been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But I've been thinking about just going live and doing it on camera, and well, I talked about that earlier about just doing it on camera and as I go explaining each herb, but I just I don't know if that would be boring. Let me know. Tell me in the comments if that's something anyone's interested in, or if that just sounds like a drip drab thing to have to deal with, because I don't know if that would be interesting for anyone or if that would be really boring, or I don't know. Like, there are some herbs that are listed as, like orris root for instance, and I don't have meanings off the top of my head. That's why I keep an apothecary book, so I don't have to remember them all, because I don't know if you can see my cabinet from here, but I have so many herbs I can't memorize them all. But orris root is listed as a love herb. That's what everybody knows it as. Love, love, love. But it has so many other uses. So many other uses. And so I would have to have my apothecary book to remember all the herbs I have, because there's so many. But I wish I could remember some of orris roots right off the top of my head, but I use it for so many other things because it has a lot of other uses. But and I don't know if too many people know this, but chickweed is actually like one of the most powerful fertility herbs like ever, and I don't hear about that one very much. So there's a lot of herbs I want to talk about so bad that I hate to put them up, because I want to do herbal videos about the herbs that you don't hear about often. I mean, you hear about rosemary, and you hear about roses, and you hear about, there's lots of videos about those out, but you never hear about chickweed. You just don't hear about it. And angelica, like I did one on angelica, and I did one on agrimony, and so those herbs are the ones I wanted to cover, because you don't hear a lot about them, but I have to put them up, so it just stinks. I'm sad about it. Hi, whoever else is here. Hello, welcome. We're just chit-chatting. I'm just chit-chatting. I'm bored tonight. I don't feel like going to bed, although I'm tired. And I was trying to think of what else I should probably be doing, but I don't want to. What else I should be doing is packing my room, but I don't want to. I don't want to pack my room. I don't want to pack my things away for that long move. I want to keep my things out. I don't mind packing the house, because I know we're moving. I'm just really anxious about packing away my things. And that's selfish. I shouldn't feel that way, but I am. Anyway, so I had to run to town the other day, and I took my camera and I set you guys up on the dashboard, and I did a whole vlog. Go away, I don't want to clean my computer. I did a whole vlog while I was out, and it was really funny, and all kinds of stuff happened, and then there was this wreck, and it was terrible, but I vlogged a little bit of, when the police came and the bumper problem, that nobody was injured. But I vlogged a little bit of that, and I vlogged some cemetery footage, and then I went home and I was trying to just delete the last portion, and I deleted the whole thing. I was so upset. So I had to go back and redo all the cemetery stuff. I didn't do a big old vlog. I just deleted the cemetery stuff. I mean, redid the cemetery stuff, which turned out to be way too long in my opinion, but that was my day that day. It was just heartbreaking. But I had to run a ton of errands, and I thought, why not just vlog? Other people do it, and I thought it would be kind of cool. And when I was done with it and sitting in the parking lot watching it, it was kind of cool. It came out pretty cool, and I thought with some editing it would be really awesome. And then I went and deleted it. I was so angry. I was so sad too. I was just like, oh, that would have been good. But you know, things happen for a reason, so must just have been not meant to be. So, hey, you want to see something cool? My nephew, who is all grown up now, he was young when he did this. I don't know exactly how young. I think like 6th or 7th grade. But he's all grown up and in the military now. And he's actually almost out of military now and going to be working at an airport. He's in the Air Force. So he's going to be getting a job at the airport. I don't know exactly doing what, but look at this awesome piece of art he made me when he was a kid. It is so awesome. I think it's such a great piece. And he thought it was really sloppy and ugly, and he thought he didn't do a good job. But I think it's just adorable. I love it. I think it's a great piece of art. Isn't that cool? Let me get a little closer because the light for some reason is stinky in here. But I think it's just a great piece of art. I love it. And I keep it on my desk no matter where I go. I always unpack it and keep it on my desk. And he's got this little baseball cap on up here. I just love him. I think he's awesome. I think he's an awesome little guy. I wish he had a hanger on him because I would like to hang him on the wall. And I wish he would have signed it because he didn't. It's just blank on the back. And I wish he would have signed it. But it's okay. I love him. And he gets to sit on my desk. So it works. But my nephew made that when he was young. And I love it. And I keep it all the time. And I bet he doesn't even know I do that. In fact, he probably has no clue. Maybe he'll see this and then be like, oh my God, she keeps that thing. Because he thought it was terrible, but I just love it to death. I keep everything. I am the biggest hoarder. My husband calls me a hoarder. I can't help it. I have artwork of my children's. My youngest child is 27. My youngest. My oldest is 31, 32, 37, 32. She'll be 32 this year. And I have all their artwork from when they were in school. And half of it is plastered on my wall in here. But I keep everything. I can't help it. I have report cards. I have art from them. I have just everything. And I just can't help it. I have little ornaments they made me when they were in school. I just love keeping their everything. Everything everybody ever made me. I have another niece. And she is, I think she's getting close to 30 now, and I have ornaments she made me when she was little. His sister, actually. And I just can't help it. I keep everything. Yeah, I'm a hoarder. He's right. That's okay, I admit it. It's not a bad title, especially when it comes to family. Those are things you want to hoard. Right? I mean, if you're going to keep something, keep it from family. That's what I would assume. Nobody's talking back to me. I'm very lonely. You guys are so quiet. I didn't, it's funny because the gal that won the drawing for the 25 subscribers, she never did write me, so I haven't got to do that reading yet, and I'm so anxious to read her because she's such a neat gal, and I haven't heard from her since. So if anyone knows Bella LaCrone, please get in contact with her and just make sure she's okay, because I'm worried because I haven't seen her on and I haven't heard from her, so now I'm just a little worried that something's going on, like she got snowed in or something, or maybe like her internet's off, or she got snowed in is mainly what I'm worried about, because she was talking about having lots of snow, and she lives in I believe she said Washington, out in the middle of the woods by a lake, so I just worry about that. So if anyone's heard from her, please let me know, because yeah, I have some genuine concern there. So that would be nice. And this week we get to do too. I'm so excited about that because I literally went from, well, you know what I did was I subscribed to a lot of different people, and then I went into Jen the Taxidermy Witch's chat. I think that was last night. I'm pretty sure it was last night. I'm really tired, so I've kind of got my days and nights messed up, but I'm pretty sure it was last night. And so I had subbed a lot of people. I went into Jen the Taxidermy Witch's live chat last night, and we were all kind of subbing each other. And I ended up getting like 15 subscriptions from that. And I woke up this morning with just a ton. So after waking up this morning with a lot, and then today just kind of gathering them from last night, me subbing people, I was at 75 subscriptions today, and I was just shocked. I was floored. So I went from the 25 to 50, and I went from that 50 to 75 just like that in like 2 days. So I get to do 2 drawings. I get to do the 50 drawing, and I get to do the 75 drawing. So I'm ecstatic. I'm so thrilled because I get to do 2. And when I hit 100, we're going to do a giveaway. I already have total ideas of what I'm giving away too, so I'm really excited about that. And you know what I noticed is Magical Mandy is she's also doing a giveaway at 100, and she just hit 101. And she did the same thing. She went from, like, I think she said 87 or 89 to 101, just like that. She didn't even expect it. And it was the same thing for me. I had no clue it was going to jump like that. So just awesome. It's awesome how we support each other. I love our community and the group of people that I am surrounded by. And Jen the Taxidermy Witch is such an awesome example of how we all should be with one another. You know, she's so caring and so kind and so generous, and you know, she's such a great example of how we all should be with one another, and we all are. And it's just wonderful. What a great community we all belong to. I'm just so honored that I was allowed in, and that everyone was so welcoming to me, and that you're all so kind, and that I get to be a part of this community, because it's just an honor to me. Thank you all so much, and thank all my subscribers. Thank you for allowing me to be seen and heard, and maybe help some people, because that's like the drive behind this, is maybe that I can be to somebody what Jen and Lady Grave Dancer and Sunshine Morning Ray and all of those people that inspired me, that I can be something like that for someone else. That would just be, you know, the icing on top, because I just am so inspired by those people, and Jen has just given me the courage to really come out of a shell and decide to do this. So anyway, that's my little praise. And she's a great gal. She's just personally great. On top of being a great personality on the camera, she's on a personal level, she's great. She's just great. Anyway, so I wish you guys would talk to me. What are you doing? What are you up to? Hi, Shauna. Thank you. Thank you for saying hi to me. What are you up to tonight? I am literally just rambling. I have nothing to do tonight. I'm tired, but I don't want to go to bed. You know those, I think I said in a previous video, I'm one of those people who likes to get up early but doesn't like to sleep. How are you? I just don't like to sleep. I feel like it's a waste of time. There's so many other things I'd rather do. and so many other things I probably should be doing. So I don't like sleep. Sleep bothers me. Me too. I'm just being so lazy. I'm just being so lazy. And so is my dog. So is my doggie. She's just being so lazy right along with me. We're both old and lazy. Were you? What'd you craft? I'm trying to get my water in. I haven't really drank any water in the last day and a half, and I'm just being bad. Because you know what I do is I don't drink enough water, and then I get cramps. So, and they're terrible, so I'm trying to get my water in. I don't want to have any cramps because they hurt. I don't like pain. It hurts me. Did you craft anything cool? Was it witchy craft or was it... Oh, neat. Neat, neat, neat. I have just a string. Hi. Lorcanarius. Right? Did I say it right? 7 stars with moonlights. Oh, awesome. That's awesome. Mine is just a string with some, what do you call those, clothes hangers on it. I'm very ingenious. I just, so crafty. Wow, that's cool. Hey, Tangerine, what are you doing? How funny my, Lorcanarius is your boyfriend? Is Patrick. Okay. Patrick is easier to say. I wish you could take a pic too because it sounds absolutely beautiful. And I would love to see it. You know what I do? I catch myself just staring over here and not looking at the screen, and then I feel so rude. It's funny because my how many people are watching still says 2. You're falling asleep watching YouTube. Oh, I'm falling asleep chatting on YouTube. Not really. I'm tired. I just don't want to go to bed. So I did too. I watched some. Oh, and you know what, Tange? I watched Maddie and Dave open their gifts today. Oh my God, girl, you are one talented lady. Let me tell you, amazing. Amazing. I was so jelly. I was so jelly. Envious. I was green, babe. Green. Does it? Oh, it just, yeah, mine says 4 now too. Cool. That's much nicer than 1 or 2. Because, yeah, it was saying 1 or 2 for the longest time. It was still saying 2 when everybody was talking. YouTube. Get it together now. Excuse me. You're so welcome. Yeah, it was amazing. And Maddie and Dave are so neat. They're the neatest people. I was just saying how awesome this group is, this community we have. It's so awesome, and I'm so grateful to be welcomed in so much. It was so nice. So nice. I am just so honored that everybody was so welcoming to me. That was above and beyond. So many cool people. I didn't see it. I don't think I have Austin subscribed. Does he just go by Austin, or is there another name? Yes. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love being part of it. Austin. I don't know. I must know him by another name. Because I don't know Austin by that name. It really is. He's your son? And is he on your channel, or does he go by have his own channel? I'm going to have to go look because I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. How old is he? How neat that your son did an intro. I think it's awesome when my daughter comes to visit my lives. I think that's so cool. I think you met her, right, Tangerine, Amanda? Okay, so is he on Shauna's? Because I want to go, I want to see. So I'll go to Shauna's channel as soon as we get done. Oh, oh, he's just a baby. How sweet. Yeah, I gotta go look. How neat. That's too awesome. Oh, I miss my kids being so little. I miss it so much. Like I said, my baby is 27. All grown up. Don't need you anymore. It's just terrible. But then they have grandkids, and grandkids are amazing. I love my grandkids. It's funny because the feeling you get with grandkids is exactly the same as the feeling you have with your own kids. Oh yeah, got blue eyes. Aww. My youngest has blue eyes, just capturing blue eyes. It's amazing. I love blue eyes too because I don't know why, but they just entrance you. The blue and green eyes get you for some reason. They just get you. And I have two with green eyes, one with blue eyes, and one with brown eyes. And the one with the brown eyes they're just huge. So even his eyes get you. They're your kids. They always get you anyway, right? Your kids always get you. Oh shoot, I didn't do a live yesterday. I think it was, oh Lord, I've lost track of time. I don't know when it was. A couple of days ago, maybe 3. But she tries to always come to my lives. I don't even think she knows I'm live right now. She's sitting in the living room and I didn't say anything. I told my husband, I said, I'm bored, I'm going to go chat. And he laughed and said, okay. What are you going to do? Yes, they do get you into trouble, those blue eyes. Especially when they're your age. Oh, yes, they do get you into trouble. You sound like me, Tange. I don't remember one thing to the next what's going on. I did a video today on poppets, and this is a funny story. It's split in two. And not that it was too long or anything, but I was doing the video and the phone rang. and nobody in the other room would answer it. So I answered it, and this new program I have, I don't know how to edit yet. So I had to split it, and I split it, and then I couldn't edit it together. So I just put Poppet 1 and Poppet 2 because I couldn't edit the stinking thing. So now I have 2 videos up instead of 1. So, hey Maritime, hi! Yay! You made it. It's not really anything but just me being bored and deciding to go live just to chat. Nothing big happening, just us visiting. Oh, my eyes are killing me tonight. I don't know why I'm not even wearing makeup. Don't look. Tan, you really do sound like me. I don't remember one thing to the next. Especially when the days are going by, like when I said Amanda was here for a live. I don't remember when it was. I know it was a few days ago, but I don't remember how many. The days just run together after a while. I don't think it's because I'm sleepy. They've been kind of achy all day. Hey, Seth, how are you? It's great to see you again, too. Sweet thing, you. Too awesome. This is just too awesome. I am just literally being lazy. We're all being lazy. Shauna said she's being lazy too. Maritime crafts a lot, Shauna. And so Shauna was telling me that she crafted an herb, like an herb line to hang her herbs on. And explain it again, Shauna. It's moons and lights. Is that what you said? Sorry, I told you I can't remember one thing to the next. But explain it to Mare, because Mare, it sounds absolutely gorgeous. Zeth, you're such a sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, Patrick, I'm gonna give you a hug so that I can see when you go live. 7 stars with moonlights. There you go. Doesn't that sound awesome, Mare? And it's a line for her herbs to hang on. Oh my God, it sounds beautiful. Mine, if you can see it hanging back there across my rock cabinet, is literally just twine, jute twine with some clothes hangers. That's all it is. And I've got some carnation stems hanging on it. That's it. So Patrick, I'm going to give you a hug when we're done with this chat, so that I can see your live tomorrow evening. What? I know it really does. Oh, awesome. That would be awesome, Patrick. I want to see it so bad. So where are you guys at? What state? So that I can kind of temper what evening is for you guys. Doesn't that sound gorgeous, Tange? Awesome sauce. Because I'm in California. Oh, you're in Oregon. Good. We're on the same schedule. Awesome. Yay. So I will just be looking for you in the evening. Yeah, here too. Because I'm in Cali. So I'll just be looking for you. I'll put a bell. I'll click your bell so I know when you go live. That would be awesome. because I would love to see that. And I would love to hug you anyway. Patrick, I've heard you on, I've heard Jen saying Patrick on her channel, so I'm assuming you're the Patrick she's talking to. So I would love to hug you anyways. Any friend of Jen's is someone I want to hug. That's the honest truth, because I hug everybody on Jen's channel, whether they hug me back or not, just because if they're friends of Jen's, they're good people. That's just the way it is. Aw, Shauna, that stinks. But I'll be ready. I'll be ready for some live after dinner. We eat a late dinner, so I'll be good to go. I will be good to go. We eat a late dinner because my son-in-law works. He doesn't get home until late, so we just hold dinner until he gets home. It's just easier than, I don't know why. I don't know exactly why we do that, because we could all just eat and save him a plate, but it just seems nicer to wait till he's here. And it doesn't hurt us to eat later, so we just wait. Aw, I agree with you, Patrick. This is a great group. We're lucky. We're just lucky people because we belong to such a good community. That's all there is to it. Why, Shauna? I bet you're gorgeous. Oh, that's so nice, Mare. Everybody should hug everybody. And you can say sub in my, a lot of people don't like it when you say sub, but in my channels you can say sub. It doesn't bother me at all. You should definitely hug each other though, because we should always support each other or sub each other. I bet she is. I bet she is. I think everybody's gorgeous. I think everybody is beautiful regardless of what they think. And you know, did anybody here see Jezebel's hashtag show me your belly like Botticelli? Did anybody go see that? And if you didn't, please go see it. Please, please, please go see it, because she is one brave and amazing lady. She is, I love her to death. I wish I could hug her and just kiss her to pieces, because she is, I'm so proud of her. She's a heavy set gal, and she did that video like she owned it, and it was amazing. And I love her to pieces. I love her to pieces. I love everybody who did it, but she was so brave, and it was her very first video, and she did artwork on her belly, and it was just simply the most amazing video yet. Honestly, it was amazing. It's a challenge that Jen put out called Show Your Belly Like Botticelli, and it's talking about how you know, your solar plexus is your will, it's your ego, it's all of that stuff, and we should be proud of our bellies, because it's where we get all of our ego. It's where we get all of our love from, and it's connected to our heart chakra. So she challenged everyone to show their belly like Botticelli, and I was the first one to do it. I was just like, heck yes, because the night before, Jen and I had been in Skype chat, and she had told me she was going to do it, and I was like, if you do it, girl, I am so showing my belly. And so she did it, and I showed my belly, and I had to give a warning out, because I don't have a belly button, because I had a gastric sleeve surgery done for weight loss, so I explained it in my video. So I did mine first, and then a few people followed after that. I think Living Out Loud did it. Oh gosh, I'm going to feel bad if I can't remember everyone who did it. I'm going to feel so bad. Wild Witch did it, and Jezebel did it, and I think a couple other people did it, but I can't remember their names, and I'm so sorry if you guys watch this video that I can't remember your names, and much love. But Jezebel's video was so brave and so touching. I literally cried when I watched it, because I was a very, very heavy woman. I was 423 pounds, and I know how hard it is to be that brave, and I just was so proud of her. It was an amazing video. I highly suggest you watch it. Thank you, Tange. I was so moved by the fact that she really did the challenge, and she explained it so well. I suggest you watch Jen's video first because, yeah, Shauna, she explained it so well, and I was just like, I have so got to do this. I have got to do this. So I got up the next day, I saw that video, and I did it right away. I think I was in my PJs. I think it was that early in the day, and I was just like showing my belly like Botticelli. I was just like all over that. There she is, living out loud. She did it too. Yeah, we should all be in bed probably, but well, it's only 8:30 here, so I'm doing okay. How you been, girl? Thank you for comments on my videos, living out loud. That's awesome. You and Tangerine are always commenting, and it means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. So we were talking earlier, and we're all just kind of, oh no, it is late there. We're all just kind of being lazy and hanging out and chatting, and nothing really well, there's lots to do, but I'm not going to do it tonight. So I should be packing. I should be putting those herbs in jars while we're sitting here talking, but I'm not. You guys, hey, tell me something. Oh, Thomas Dale did it? I didn't know Thomas did it. I'm going to have to go look. I have to write everything down because I'll forget. And I got him hugged, but I'm going to have to go look. Excuse me. Twice. But tell me something. Let me ask you guys a question. If I were to, okay, so before I pack my herb, I think I've said this in a video. Before I pack my herb jars, I'm going to put all my herbs in baggies because I don't want the jars to break and ruin the herbs. So while I'm putting them in baggies, should I do a live or even a vid where I explain what each herb is and what I use it for? Would that be interesting, or would that be just boring as hell? Because if it would be interesting, like maybe to do a live where I explain it and we kind of chit chat back and forth, I would love to do that. But if it's going to be like kind of boring, I don't want to. I just don't know if it would sound, if it sounds like it would be boring to people, or if it would be fun. I don't know. I just can't make up my mind. I remember you saying that in a video, Tange. You'd watch it, Patrick? It sounds like fun to you? Mare said she'd watch it too, so. It does? Okay, well, maybe I'll do it then. I just didn't want to bore people to death. I thought watching me throw my herbs in baggies, even if I was talking, didn't sound like it would be too interesting. But if you guys think it'd be fun, then I will do it. I just didn't know if there'd be too many people interested, but I will do it. It sounds fun to me. It's something I would watch, but I don't, just because I would watch it doesn't mean anyone else would. But Maritime said she'd like to watch it, and so that's Mare, Patrick, and Tange, and you guys all have great opinions, so if you'll watch it, other people will probably watch it. You'd watch it with a notebook? Like I was saying earlier, I would have to use my a unicorn pin. Boop. I would have to use my apothecary book because, well, you can see how many herbs I have, and I'd never be able to remember every single one of them. But so I'd have to use my book as I went along to remember all the details. But that would be cool for people who don't know, because then they could get a quick kind of go through of what they do. Because I wanted to do videos on the herbs nobody's ever heard of, or that's not talked to. I shouldn't say they're not nobody ever heard of them, but I should say they're not talked about a lot on Facebook. I mean on there either. YouTube. There are a lot of herbs that aren't mentioned a lot, and they have such great qualities to them that I wanted to really talk about those a lot, but I didn't get to do it before I found out we were going to Texas soon, and I had to pack them. So I thought, well, it'd be nice while I was packing them to kind of explain them along. And I can do it in batches, do like an hour here and an hour there, and then I don't have to pack them so fast. Look, I'm making this work for me. You see that? We're on a hot air balloon ride. Did you leave? I missed it. I missed it. Aw, you're welcome. I'm glad you post on them. True. I just don't want to pack my stuff. I know that sounds extremely selfish, but I'd rather pack the whole rest of the house and not touch my room, because I love my room and it's hard. It's so hard. And there are things I'm really worried about in this move, because not so much the glass, because the glass is going to be easy to pack, but I've got all these oils that mean, the world to me, like the world to me, these oils. And I'm scared to death about the oils. So that's one thing. And then look at this. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I have my besom. And it's not super fragile, but I don't know how well it's going to hold up in a move. And what in the hell am I going to pack it in to keep it safe? And it's got, so these are really delicate, these pieces. And like I can take the little pin off. This is a glass pin that was my grandmother's. Excuse me. The beads probably won't get hurt. This stuff probably won't get hurt. The hagstone won't get hurt, and they can come off easily because these are just golden thumbtacks. But I'm really worried about the delicate things here and the sticks coming out. I don't think they'll come out, but I just don't know what I'm going to pack it in. What would you like me to share? Honestly, if you have an idea, I will do my best to share it, because I'm bored stiff. Anything you want to know about? Like, is there anything you've been wanting to learn about? Or, I mean, if I know it, I'm up for it. Literally. Literally. Do you want to know anything about oils or something that has to do with herbs? That's true, and my son-in-law is taking his pickup, so maybe I can put it in something. That's true too, living out loud. That's true too. How long have I been in this group of people, you mean? I literally started, whenever it was my first video came out, I think it was like 9 or 10 days ago, honestly. It hasn't been very long. It's not been long at all. But I have been in witchcraft most of my life, and solidly for the last 34 years. So, but not in the group all that long. And I've never been in a coven. I've always been a solitary and a hedge witch for many, many, many years. And I'm finding I'm extremely Celtic lately. I've learned. Thank you, Shauna. I've been welcomed with open arms. It's been absolutely amazing. Aw, thank you, Patrick. I've learned so much watching the videos of Jen and Lady Gravedancer. Yeah. Awesome, Shauna, awesome. And so I've found that there were things I was so curious about that I didn't know how to incorporate in my practice, and they talk about it all. So it was like, oh my God, I've been so interested in that, and I didn't know how that was a part of me. I don't know how to make it a part of me, and they taught me that. And then on top of it, they gave me the courage to kind of get back into magic more, and because it was exciting to learn. You know, after 34 years, you've kind of done the same thing for so long, and the learning curve is slowed down, you know. Awesome. Oh, Tiptoe Chick Rip. Did Tiptoe Chick pass away? What did I miss? I'm in shock right now. I didn't know. Yeah, did she pass away? I knew what RIP meant. I mean, I know what rest in peace means, but I didn't know that she passed away. Oh my Lord, I had no clue. On Halloween. Oh, bless her heart. Bless her heart. That's very sad news for the community. That's just tragic. Tragic. So young. She was young. Oh my Lord, I guess so. I had no idea. I subscribed to her because I enjoyed her. I had no idea. Okay, that'd be awesome, Patrick. I gotta grab some more water, but I'm gonna be right here. It's in my room. I keep it in my room because I don't like cold water. I'm not a cold water drinker, so I keep it in my room. You sleepy, Rosie? You sleepy girl? So I just keep my bottled water in my room, and that way I don't have to worry about it. Yep. That tray's not hard enough to get the lid closed. Okay. Wow. Okay, now that will mess with you because I'll tell you what. I personally, I'm 53, and I'm having a very hard time dealing with Luke Perry's death. And I'm going to tell you why, because he was 52. And I know it's silly, and especially with my belief system, I know it's absolutely silly. But for some reason today, when I found out he died, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Because the mortality of it all, you know, it's just, I don't know why it did. I'm okay now. It's not nothing now. But this morning when I found out, oh my Lord, it was, I don't even know how to explain it. It just was like a ton of bricks. I was like, what? And it tore me up. It just tore me up. And it wasn't that I worshiped the ground he walked on or anything. It was just his age just really knocked me out. It knocked me for a loop. It really did. Yeah, your body does have to work harder. Luke Perry. You're a nut, Patrick. Yeah, Luke Perry. He had a massive stroke last week. I know. It's just, it's heartbreaking. I grew up with him. I mean, we all grew up together. It's, it was heartbreaking. But on top of being heartbreaking, it was so shocking. The age thing was just, it got to me. But yeah, too young. Just way too young. Way too young. Exactly, on Riverdale. And I don't know how they're gonna do that. I don't know how they're gonna handle that, but yeah, it's true. Living out loud, people didn't know. Yeah, because that other 90210 came out, and people referred to that and didn't realize who he was. Didn't have a clue who he was. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder how she feels, Shauna. Yeah, no, it was terrible. Maritime, did you and Zeph leave us? Are you still here? Yeah, the whole cast must be torn up. I would only imagine. I am too, Tangerine. He had a massive stroke last week, and then today he just passed away, and they haven't given any details. The only thing they're saying is that he passed away from the result of the massive stroke, and I guess it was just a horrendous stroke. Um, and there's no detail as to whether or not he had high blood pressure or high cholesterol or what led to the stroke itself. They're just saying it was a massive stroke, and today he passed away. So nobody really knows exactly what it was that that caused the stroke, or if he was just one of those people that I mean, strokes. Children have strokes. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason to strokes. They just sometimes happen, and they're a terrible thing. My mother had a stroke. No, that's okay. I just was checking if you were still around. My mother had a stroke. My grandmother had a stroke. My grandmother's was pretty massive. It didn't kill her, but it did incapacitate her very badly. My mother's stroke was, um, she had to go through a lot of therapy for hers, but she was okay. Um, Once the therapy was finished, she was fairly back to normal. She had a little speech impediment, but she was okay. So, I mean, strokes are just random. They just happen. So there's no telling if he just, yeah, exactly, Shauna. And it can be high blood pressure, but sometimes it's just random. Sometimes, I mean, like I said, kids have them. Little kids have strokes, and there's just no telling, no telling. It's a terrible, tragic thing. But I do wish, there's that part of me, like I said, that mortality facing part of me that says, I would like to know, somebody please tell me, why did he have that stroke? Let there be a reason. Let there be a high blood pressure reason. Let there be, was he dabbling in drugs? Was there, was it genetically something or other? Just let there be a reason, because if it was random, well, even let it be random, but I don't know. I don't understand what it is within me, especially with my belief system, but for some reason it's just really getting me that he was a year younger than me. I don't know. It's silly. It's silly. But it's bugging me. It's not bugging me so much now, but man, this morning it was rough. It was rough there for a bit. Ah, well, if he's got a lot of stress and he's already had 2 strokes, retirements is probably, the best thing, because stress is not a good thing if you've got a history of stroke. It's not a good thing at all, because it raises your blood pressure, and the last thing you want is your blood pressure raised when you've got a history of stroke. It's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah, Claritin and grapefruit. That's the truth. That did happen. And you know what? There's a drug. Oh, I just had it on the tip of my tongue and I've lost it. I used to take it for pain relief. It's not a narcotic, but it attaches itself to the pain receptors in the brain. And it starts with a T. If anybody knows the name of it, tell me. It's Tramadol. I took that pill for years for the pain in my knees. They don't use it nearly as much. Sorry, I don't know why I went offline, but my camera skipped. But now they don't use it nearly as much because it causes horrendous side effects. Some people have died, all this stuff. But when we first start using drugs, we don't test them enough. We don't know the side effects. And I used that drug for years, and it could have done some real damage to me. And I never knew it. I took it for, oh my gosh, like 4 or 5 years I took that drug. And that's scary because, like you said, that interaction with Claritin, nobody knew, and people were dying from it. It's just scary. I just wish they'd test things better, but that's why taking medication is so, you have to be picky. It's like I take some medications and I'm really picky, and sometimes my doctor gets really frustrated with me, but new medications, I won't take them. All those new medications that are coming out that are synthetic, I won't take them, and my doctor gets really frustrated with me, but I'm picky. I tell her, no, I'll take the old standards that are made from natural ingredients, but I will not take the new synthetic drugs. And the reason is because I don't trust them. They may cause anal leakage, they may cause cancer, they may cause this, they may cause that. I don't want that. I don't want that in my body. That's poison, and I don't want to take it. But if you've got this pill that was made from something, derived from something that was natural, and it was made 50 years ago, I don't know what's going on with my camera, or if you guys can still see me. It's doing something funky. But if it was derived 50 years ago, or even 30 years ago, or even 20 years ago, I'll take it. But I'm not going to take anything new that's got me going through all this stuff. I'm just not going to take it. It's scary. Very scary. So, yeah, that's my stance. I have to take medication. I have issues, so I have to take medication, but I'm really picky about it. So, and you have to be nowadays. You just do. You have to be picky. Okay. Thank you, Mare. It's just spinning on my screen, so I didn't know if it was still broadcasting or not. Yeah, they do. You're right. Tans, you're right. They do. They say, you know, it can kill you. It may be fatal. It may cause death. It may cause cancer. I'm just like, no, thank you. I'm just not interested. Now, my doctor really does get very angry with me because I'm just like, I won't take that. And she tries to give me modern drugs for things, and I'm just like, I won't. My husband's doctor does the same thing with him. He has high blood pressure, and he tries to give him, you know, new updated medicine, and my husband's like, no, I'll stick with what I got, thanks. And it frustrates them because, you know, they think these new medications are just all that in a bag of chips. You know, and I have a conspiracy for you. Here I go, I'm Jen right now. But I have a conspiracy for you. I think the pharma companies are in cahoots with doctors, and I don't know how, but I think they are in some way, whether there's a payoff going on or I don't know exactly how it goes, but they push these drugs on their patients. They push them. And if there wasn't some kind of payoff somewhere in there, and I don't mean financially even, but some kind of payoff somewhere, they wouldn't push them so hard. I'm in Northern California, up near Redding, pretty close, you know, maybe 2 hours from the Oregon border, if that. I don't even know if it's that far. I don't even think it's that far. And yeah, I agree, Maritime. There's got to be some kind of payoff somewhere because they push those drugs so hard. I mean, I personally, I go to the doctor once a month for a B12 shot, and I see the doctor every month for a shot, and every single month I get pushed for a different drug, a different drug, a different drug. So it's literally a pusher mentality. Oh, really? That's pretty close, Patrick. But that's only very limited time because at the end of April, I'm actually moving to Texas, Eastern Texas. Oh, yeah. How'd you take it, Tange? Oh, you were born in Riverside, Shauna? That's cool. You know, I don't want to speak ill of California. I don't want to talk a bunch of crap, but I will be glad to leave, and I will be glad not to come back. We we have left a few times. I was born in California, and so was my husband. For me, Texas is because that's where my son lives. That's why I'm going to Texas. It's just coincidence that Jen is going there as well, and that we're going to be about an hour apart, hour and a half, right in there. It's literally just coincidence, but it's kind of cool. Um, she was born in a museum. That's great. um, because of your son, Shauna. I have 4 kids, and they're kind of sprawled out, but my son that's in Texas, I never get to see, and he's been after me forever. And honestly, the kicker is this: he said, "Mom, if you come live in Texas, I'm going to give you my house, my mobile home. You take my mobile home, you live with me for a year and a half, and maybe 2 years, and I'm going to buy. I've got some acreage in mind. I'm going to buy, and then I'm going to put a newer trailer on that, and you will have my trailer and I'll move it out to the acreage. So we'll both live out in the country and you'll have land to do what you like with. That's all it took. So yeah, I'm going to Texas. And my daughter, who lives here with me, is going as well. So it'll be my son, my daughter, and myself. So I'll have 2 of my kids instead of just 1 right with me. And then I have another son and another daughter, both in Washington. Washington? Yeah, Washington. And they're together in a little town outside of Walla Walla. And my daughter is actually moving to Spokane. So they're both in Washington. So I don't want to live in Washington. I can't stand the rain. I can't stand snow. I can't stand that. So I'm going to Texas. Needless to say. So let me catch up here right quick. Yeah, that'll be awesome, won't it, Living Out Loud? We can all kind of hang out together. He is a great kid. I'm very lucky. I have really good kids. I'm very lucky. Night, Tange. Thank you for stopping by. Love you to death. Have a good one. I don't know why my screen is just spinning, but I'm sure glad you guys can hear me. So, Shauna, you guys are in Oregon because of your children? Because so here's what happens. This is the honest truth. So my husband's family, all of them are in California. And he's really close with his immediate family, his sisters, and, well, not so much, yeah, his sisters. And he has an uncle and an aunt that he's close to. But his aunt lives in Tennessee. But he's really close to his uncle who lives here in California, and his sisters. So, but he has a lot of family in California. I mean, a lot. So we lived in Idaho recently. Our last jaunt, I shouldn't say recently, it's been like 4.5 years, but our last jaunt of living out of California was in Idaho. And we came back because my husband thought if he were closer to his family, he'd get to see him more often. Now, not just his sisters, his uncle, and his aunt who lives in Tennessee, but he thought if he were closer to his larger scale family, he'd get to see them more often. Now, you got to understand, his larger scale family lives right here, surrounding us. So he thought if we were in Northern California, he'd get to see his family a lot. And these are the people he grew up with and idolized. And, you know, you go to family reunions and you hang out with these people that are a little bit older than you know, and they're the ones that are the cool kids, the ones you want to hang out with. They're the hippies, and you know what that's like when you're young. And so he thought being here in this area, he'd get to really hang out with them and get to know them as adults. I mean, as he was an adult, and it didn't work out that way. So, and it's not a bad thing, it just didn't work out that way. So he kind of feels like when this opportunity came up to actually own a home and be near our son, let's do it, let's go. Because, you know, his sister is even talking about possibly going to Texas, so that would be like cream on the cake. So he was like, yeah, let's do it, because California is killing us, honestly. The rent, the high cost of living here, the money that you make to ratio of living here is just absolutely out of ballpark. And so it's like it's a no-brainer. It literally is a no-brainer. So we're going. Coyote's grown all over this country until a small town in Michigan. Yeah, okay, and this place that we're going is a fairly small. It's not tiny, but it's not huge. I mean, they have a Walmart, but it's smaller than where we live now. So, and the cost of living is like nothing like it is here, and yet the jobs pay decent. So you're looking at 14, 15 an hour, and the cost of living is almost half. So, I mean, you can't. Why would you argue that? You can't argue that. Now I know, we're going to be dealing with like 80% or higher humidity in the summer, and I know it's hot as hell there, but we're also going to get 80 to 87-degree water in the Gulf. I'll take that. We're also going to be right by the beach. I'll take that. I mean, it's a trade-off. So, and besides that, I freeze to death. I freeze all the time. I drive my family crazy with the heater because I'm freezing right now, and I have a sweater on, and I'm freezing. I'm freezing to death. My hands are like icicles. I have these. You see these? They plug into my computer to keep my hands warm because my hands are always cold. They drive me crazy, so I don't wear them much. Unless I'm absolutely like, I can't take it. But that's how cold I am. I have a plug-in vest that my husband bought me for Christmas that you charge in a charger like a telephone, like a cell phone. You charge it in a charger, and then when it's charged, you unplug it. You can put it on and you push a button, and it warms you. My family they do what they can to keep me warm because I freeze all the time, and that's because I have a thyroid condition. But I'm cold all the time, so I'm just like, bring it, bring the heat. I can take it. Mandy got me those gloves, Mare. Amanda bought me those gloves, and Stani bought me the vest. They just do everything they can to keep from having the heater up because I just kill them. And Steiny is my husband. Buddy, Steiny, Alan. He has lots of names. Normally it's Buddy. It's Steiny to family. But he will sleep. Now you gotta understand, it's like 30 something outside at night, and he will sleep with the window open this far, and God bless the world that I have an electric blanket because I'm buried under that thing at night and I don't mind breathing the cold air. I like to breathe cold air, but I need to be hot, and I've got it on high all night long. I freeze to death. It's insane, but I'm freezing all the time. That plug in? You have slippers that plug in? And you know what's funny? My feet don't get that cold. I mean, they do get cold, but not that cold. Not like my hands. My hands are cold almost all the time. It's insane, but they're cold almost all the time. I don't know why either. I don't know why my hands are the ones that are cold. My feet are cold, don't get me wrong. They're cold. I mean, if you touched them, you'd be like, oh my God, your feet are like ice. But they don't feel cold to me like my hands feel. My hands feel just like icicles all the time. I have to go to the restroom. Don't leave. I'll hurry, I promise. I'll be right back. Promise. Excuse me, Rosie. round and around my camera goes. Hi, Jackie. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Oh, Janice, I'm so sorry. I saw Jackie for some reason. I'm going to light an incense, guys. Have you ever seen these boats? I don't know if you can even see me. My camera's not working. Have you ever seen these boats? They're incense boats. I love these things. They're so nice because they catch everything. And you don't have a mess all over the place. But I have to do something right quick. I save all my ashes from everything. And I don't separate it. I probably should. But I save all my charcoal and all my incense ashes kind of together. And I use it for black salt. So, uh-oh. I always put 2 in, but I don't always like to. If my door is open, I do. But with my door shut, it would probably choke me half to death. I would probably like have an asthma attack or something. I was gonna do one more thing, but I forget now. So, where are we at? Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me back. You do have one of those, Mary? I love that thing. You've been called a lot worse? Yeah, I have too, Janice. I would take Jackie over a lot of things. How funny, you know what? My parents were going to name me Jackie. For the longest time, they were going to name me Jackie. And then they decided, well, they were going to name me Jacqueline. And then they decided that I would be called Jackie. And they didn't like Jackie, so they named me Candace. And that's all I'm saying. Yeah, so they decided against, and that is just a name you can't live up to, because that's like a movie star name, and you can't live up to that name. It's just San Lunea, and that's how you say it. For those of you who have a hard time with that, it's Lunea. Lunea. Jen, it took Jen a while, and then we talked on Skype, so that's how she learned to say it. And even still, sometimes she has a hard time remembering. But yeah, it's Lunea. And Lunea comes from, I did a meditation back in, good God, I'm old. It was like 1990, it was when I got Alan, 93. My dad died 92, 93. In 1993, I did a meditation. We were living in Northern California, and I did a meditation to get my witch's name. I wanted a witch's name so bad, and I did, like, it took me forever. I did like 4 different meditations trying to get my witch's name, and finally I did a meditation in a ritual setting. I did a ritual, and I did the meditation in the ritual setting, and that's what I got, Lunea. So that's my witch's name. So that's what I go by. Okay, thank you so much, Patrick, and thank you, Shauna, for joining me. I'm so glad you did. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Good night. You guys sleep well. I'm going to be there tomorrow, Patrick, so don't forget me. I'm going to join your channel tonight. Sweet dreams. Awesome, living out loud. It's not easy to pronounce. I mean, it is easy to pronounce, but not if you don't know. It's very literal. It's very what's that word called? When something is there's a word for it, but I'm tired. When it's okay, don't forget, because I'm going to be there. I want to say symphonic, but that's not the word. Love you. Remember, you're divine sacred beings of light and love. Don't forget. Divine sacred beings of light and love. Phenonic. Help me. Oh, well, I know what I mean. I just can't say it. Phonics. Phonetic. It's phonetic. You missed out on the obvious. It's phonetic. Lunea. Phonetic, yeah. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. I'm trying to get comfortable in this office chair, and after so long it doesn't cut it. Ah, that's better. So, what have you been up to, living out loud, ever since your belly video, which, by the way, I thought the first one was absolutely awesome. I loved the belly dance, and I loved that you were empowering women, and I think that Jen probably loved it too, and you still talked about the solar plexus and the will and the heart chakra and the ego. You still talked about it all. So I thought the first one was absolutely perfect. I thought it was great, and I loved the belly dancing because you not only were you empowering women, but you were so courageous and so what's the word I'm looking for? You were so mighty for doing it. I mean, it was just such a empowering moment for yourself. Orthographic, is that what it's called? I thought you did great, living out loud, just so you know, and I think you should leave them both up. I really do. It was just an awesome video. If you're gonna leave the second one up, I still think you should leave the first one up because it was an amazing video. I just really loved it. And have you seen Jezebel's? Have you seen Jezebel's video? Because if you haven't, you need to. It was absolutely outstanding. Outstanding and courageous and just amazing. Yeah, her video really, really touched me too because it was so courageous of her. And it was as courageous as your belly dancing one. It was, well, and your second one was very courageous as well. And you explained your tattoo and your phoenix, and you loved your belly. And it was, I felt really guilty after seeing everyone else's because I just kind of showed my belly, showed my scar, pulled my shirt down, and I was done. And I felt like, oh my God, I didn't even spend any time, loving my belly or nothing. I talked about how I loved it, but I didn't actually love it on camera. And I felt like everybody else is all loving their bellies, and I didn't do that. And I thought, damn. And I do love my belly. I love my belly because my belly was so different when I was heavy. So I felt like I should have loved it a little bit more on camera, but I don't know. I think it came out good, but I love that everybody else is just really loving. Orthocorrectly graphic written. Okay. Okay, Janice. Awesome. I'll try to remember that. That's a very difficult word to remember. You did watch it last night, Living Out Loud. Awesome. Wasn't it great? Wasn't she just so courageous? I didn't think you rambled. I thought it was great. Just so you know, I thought it was great. Mine has too. My belly has been through the ringer. It really has. I've had so many surgeries and so many babies, and I was so overweight. It's been through it, but I love my belly. I love it so much for where it's come from and what it's done for me, and I just love it. Oh, you can't, you don't have editing on there? That stinks. I wish you did. I'm gonna pull up my other thing so I can see my camera. There, that's better, because my camera on my YouTube screen is just spinning. It's not there. At least I can see that I'm moving. You have no clue what you're doing. You know what? I'll be honest with you, neither do I. You'll notice that I have 2 pop-it videos up today, and the reason for that is, so I was just going to make one video, but I did the first pop-it video, my phone rang, and no one in the other room answered it, so I had to stop the video, answer the phone, and then when I hung up, I did the video. Well, when I got done, it was 2 separate videos, and I couldn't splice them together. So I have Pop-It 1 and Pop-It 2. It's just, so yeah, you're not the only one that doesn't know what they're doing. I don't have a clue. So, oh well, we go on, right? We do our best and we move on. I told everybody I showed my belly on YouTube and I'm so proud of it. And they were just like, "You're proud of it?" I said, "Yeah, damn right I'm proud of it. I am so proud of my belly, you betcha." It was funny. They were laughing at me too. Do you use a phone, Janice, or do you use a computer? Because if you use a phone, it's actually easier. Um, well, it's not that it's easier. I have a great program on my computer that works well, but I was testing it today to see, because I'm going to do a live video with my herbs probably Friday or Saturday, and so I was testing with my camera because my computer camera is not going to reach over there, and I'm certainly not going to drag those all over here. It would just be too much trouble. So I was testing with my phone, and it was like all I had to do was push 2 buttons and it started recording, and I was like, holy cow, that's super easy. Whereas with my computer, I kind of have to set a bunch of stuff up. So it's not like that with the phone. It's easy. Which I thought was really kind of cool because, of course, I don't know now what the quality is going to be like, because the quality on my computer is fairly good because it's a good program, but I don't care. I mean, as long as it's working and people are enjoying them. So I asked everybody in the room tonight if they would enjoy it, that video, and they were like, heck yeah, so I'm going to do it. So, well, I think honestly on your phone you just click on the video camera and it'll say go live. It'll say upload video or go live, and you just hit go live and it'll ask you a couple questions and you push the button and you're live. Oh, you too, living out loud. I hope you have a great sleep. I'm not going to be on much longer myself. I'm tired and it's already 9:30, so 5 hours is not long to sleep, especially if you have to work tomorrow. And I didn't get a lot of sleep last night myself, so that's why I'm so tired, I think. But I hope you sleep well, and I'm so happy you joined us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you. Remember, you're a divine, sacred being of light and love, and I love you dearly. Yeah, but it's super easy, Janice. Just check that out. Click on the video camera. You don't have to actually start recording it. It's not like when you click on it, it starts recording right away. It asks you a bunch of questions, so you'll have time to like check it out. But just click on that and look at it. Oh my gosh, I broke my big toe like 2 weeks ago. My big toe is broken right now. It hurts like a dickens too, doesn't it? And you know what? It wouldn't be so bad if I'd have got the boot, but I wouldn't get the boot, so I bumped it on things for a couple of days. Oh my Lord, it took me a while to learn to really lift my foot up and keep it away from things. I didn't want the boot. Did you break your big toe? Good idea, Janice. That's cool. At least you could just check it out. That way you'll know. Now, breaking a toe hurts. I've broken my pinky and I've broken my big toe more than once. Both of them. And on both feet. It's such a pain in the rump. And it's my own fault because I go barefoot all the time. Well, when I broke my big toe, I wasn't barefoot. We had a 30 mile an hour wind, 30 to 60 mile an hour wind advisory the other day. Oh no. Did it? Oh, I've done it. It hurts so bad. I'm so sorry. Living out loud, I'm so sorry because the pinky toe hurts, I think, worse. Especially when you take it to the side like that. That's so, so bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so sorry. So painful. Well, we had that advisory, that wind advisory, and I got in the car, and when I did, the door slammed, and I still had my foot like I was in the middle of bringing it in, and the door slammed on it and broke my toe. Oh no. Oh. Oh, living out loud, I'm so sorry because that is just the most painful. My God, it hurts so bad. I've done that, just popped it all the way. Oh, it's just so bad. Did you go right to the hospital, I hope? Or did you pop it over yourself? Yeah, it hurt. It hurt pretty good. I sat in the car crying for at least 5 minutes before I could just get home because it was pretty bad. But you know, things happen. We go on. I didn't know it was broke until that evening because I didn't take my shoe off. I thought I just jammed it, but I couldn't walk on it. I mean, I was limping all day, but I thought I just jammed it really good or broke my toenail, and I was scared to look because toenails just make me nasty. And so I was scared to look at it, but when I took my shoe off, the whole knuckle was just, the toe was like that big around, and the knuckle was just black as tar, and I went, oh, I broke it. I broke it good. But it was straight, so I just didn't bother with the boot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how I was just limping, but I don't like to, I don't like doctors. I know I'm terrible, but I don't like doctors, and I have comfrey, so I just didn't. They really wouldn't have done anything for me but given me the boot, and I just didn't want it. So it wasn't crooked, so they wouldn't have reset it or anything. So big toe is pretty bad, but like I said, really the only thing they'll do for a big toe, unless it's crooked. If it's crooked, you can sometimes you need surgery, but it's good and straight. It's not out of whack. Yeah, yeah, that's true. You have to do if you're working, you got to. Luckily for me, I don't have to worry about that. But if it wasn't straight, I would have went. But it's good and straight. It's not crooked. It's not off centered. So I didn't. I just didn't bother because all they're going to do is give me a boot to keep me from hitting it on anything. And I did bang it a couple of times, but I finally got used to really just picking it up and keeping it away from things. So I figured after that first couple of days, if I hit it again, I was going to go because, damn, it hurt. It hurt so bad to bump it. But I didn't hit it anymore, so I just didn't bother. I didn't want that boot. Just didn't want it. So bad I didn't want it. Well, I guess I should probably get, I'm tired and we've been on here a while. I don't know exactly how long because this part doesn't show me and my computer part's not working right. I don't know exactly how long. It's saying 58 seconds, and I know that's not. I know that's not how long. It's just spinning on my screen. It's not. It's not registering anything. The only reason I know you can see me is because you're talking back to me. 102 minutes. Thank you, Mayor. There you go. There you go, living out loud. You know, I try my best not to take pain pills unless I have to. After my surgery and after I broke my arm, I recently broke my arm. I've just gotten to where I can really use it. I had to take some pain pills, but I do my best not to because they're so scary about being addictive, and I'm terrified that, I don't want to get addicted to anything. So I'm really, I'm really cautious when it comes to using pain pills. And man, I will tell you though, breaking an arm, that is the most painful thing I've ever broke in my life. And I've had some broken bones. I have an osteo thing going on, so that's probably why my toe broke from the stupid door just hitting it. But um, that breaking of an arm is just, God, I don't wish that on anybody. That was just the most horrendous thing to get over. I broke it in October, and I just got to where I didn't need any ibuprofen or any type of anything probably about, I'd say about three to 4 weeks ago, and that was in February. So that was 4.5 to 5 months of pain. Of, and when I say pain, I'm talking really like honest to God pain. That was just the most painful bone I've ever broken. And I've broken wrists, I've broken my elbow, I've broken a lot of bones. Oh wow, you're allergic to NSAIDs. That's terrible because they really do help with inflammation, and I don't know what I would have done without them when I got to where I was, not when I got to where I was at a point where I was getting scared about the pain pills. I went straight to switching between Tylenol and ibuprofen. I would switch between the two, and only take the pain pills at night because I couldn't sleep. The pain was so bad I couldn't sleep. So I would take them at night. And during the day I would switch between the Tylenol and the ibuprofen. And once in a great while, if it got really bad, I would take a half a pain pill. But I was getting nervous about being addicted. And so I don't know where I would have been without the anti-inflammatory because, oh my God, I was in so much pain. Oh, oils. Okay. Yeah, oils help a lot. And I'll be honest with you, I made a cannabis ointment um, that helped me like you can't believe. That was such a help. Uh, that cannabis ointment, I would just rub it in all the time. Probably, I would say about 5 to 6 times a day. Well, a 24-hour period. Well, 16-hour period. And man, did it help. It helped so much with the pain, honestly. And it was not a 20-30 minute thing. It helped within like 4 or 5 minutes. It was helping. So that was an amazing thing. Yeah, it did make more sense because I was like, so how do you make pills? I was wondering, but I wasn't going to question you because I didn't want to make you feel like you were on the spot. Yeah, oils are an amazing thing, and especially if you've got some crystals in them and you're really working with, like, especially like tiger's eye and yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't have any. I'll be honest with you. I literally had some marijuana and I blended it up. I threw it in some oil. I heated it until it was good and hot. Then I drained the oil into a glass container, threw the marijuana away, and added some coconut oil and some beeswax and turned it into an ointment, and it was absolutely a lifesaver. It really helped, especially when I got down to where I wasn't taking any pain pills. And if I go to physical therapy now, because I go to physical therapy twice a week, and when I come home and I'm really sore, like if they really give me, when they change it up, when they do, like I'm used to a certain routine, and when they change it up and do something different and make me really sore, I still use it, and it still works. Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. And I don't use marijuana, so if I had it, I might as well use it that way because I don't use it any other way anymore. So I figured I had it, I might as well put it to good use, and it worked. And I actually have a that ointment, and then I have an actual salve. So the salve is a little thicker, and so the salve I use for sores, open so like I have this. I don't know if my bracelet would stay off and it might heal a little faster. I have this sore here that I use it on about twice a day, and that's just a cut. It's because I have paper skin, so if I rub anything too hard, it kind of tears. It's just silly, but it's a thyroid issue. But so I use the harder stuff on that, and then the other stuff. Okay, honey, you go to bed. I'm gonna go too. I'm really tired, and I'm not sure who's all with us. I know we've got 4 or 5 people here, five people here. So I'm not sure who all is with us, but I love you dearly. You are all divine, sacred beings of light and love. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here and for letting me be part of your life. And please have a great night's sleep. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Probably this weekend I'm going to do a live where we go through the herb cabinet and put the herbs in baggies, getting ready for the Texas move. So I hope you'll join me for that. Tomorrow we have a live at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to do a drawing, which is going to be 2 names of people who have subscribed to me. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so, because you can win a free reading. 2 people are going to win that free reading. So let's see. When I hit 100 subscribers, I'm at 77 now. When I hit 100, there's going to be a free giveaway, where I'm not going to tell you yet what you're going to get. When we hit 95, I'll give everybody a good clue. I got that from Magical Mandy. When you hit 75, I'll show you what you're going to get. So, I mean, 95. When we hit 95 subscribers, I'll show you what the giveaway is going to be. And let's see. Any more announcements? I think that's it, guys. So everybody have a really good night, please. Sleep well. I'm going to sleep well. Love and light. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Good night.